Greetings, guys. What's going on? Unoptimized Fool here. Listen, I'm a big fan of World of Warcraft, okay? And I've been playing this game since 2006, and honestly, I'm a big fan of retail. I did play Classic when it first came out again because I joined in 2006. I didn't do anything in 2004, right? So I played through Classic. It was a lot of fun. I actually played a little bit too much, actually. I slept for 3 hours a night and then played WoW all day. I was very unemployed at the time. But now we're talking about a new version of Classic coming out. Now, it's not confirmed, and honestly, we've talked about it before. Classic Plus. Now, recently, there's been some big news. A lot of Classic streamers have gone to Blizzard headquarters for a very much NDA, overridden, can't talk about it meeting. Now, we don't know what this meeting is, right? Now, there's been some speculation that this is Classic Plus. Now, there's also been speculation that they played Classic Plus or they're just brainstorming ideas. Now, will Classic Plus happen? Yes, I honestly believe Classic Plus is going to be the next iteration of, classic World of Warcraft in a sense, right? We just had, Season Discovery, which I think was probably the most well anticipated, minus the original launch of Classic, obviously, most anticipated Classic project. And that kind of got the team, obviously maintaining current content and old content, but also, creating new content, right? The Scarlet Raid, for example, or just a different class and spec combinations, right? So they're kind of getting into that groove of creating new content, and it seems like they found their groove because again, I didn't play the Scarlet, Raid or much of any Season Discovery. I wish I did. I do have a lot of FOMO from that, but it is. I heard it was really good, and honestly, if that moves into Classic Plus, I think that's gonna be really good, right? Now, when's it coming out? I'm hoping that obviously it's probably going to be 2027, obviously, because we have BlizzCon. Also, by the way, I'm sick. That's why I'm sniffling. My son's a petri dish, right? Kids. At BlizzCon, I think we're getting an announcement. Now, I think Blizzard knows that they're kind of cooking on Classic Plus. I think that's why they made it public knowledge that all these streamers were going to be going to the location. Now, obviously, we don't know any details. S-Fan did, again, one of the classic streamers, he did post a picture of the, dark portal, but he basically said something in the lines of, I wonder if this would never have opened, right? And again, this was just weirdly timed, so they're throwing breadcrumbs, right? I'm kind of feeling like a conspiracy theorist here, here in my closet. So I'm just wondering, is Classic Plus going to be fun? Is it going to be, the thing that we want? Obviously, I think what's going to happen is all these classic versions are kind of getting, small iterations. But if they really want to pump content, every 2 to 3 years, like we see in retail, then this would be the idea because they have a dedicated team. And if they expand that, which I'm not sure if they are, then we could be seeing some more classic content. Now, I would be conflicted because obviously I'm a big fan of retail, and the reason I don't play a lot of classics is because the lore is already known, the mechanics is already learned. All the bosses you already know them, right? That's what's fun about retail is you don't know where the story is going. Sometimes the writers don't even know either, but that's beside the point. The mechanics, they're all new, right? But if they add new content, I might be playing too. But the problem is that's basically like saying playing two MMOs at the same time. Same MMO, but different basically game design premises between retail and classic, right? So classic plus isn't going to be like mythic pluses or mythic rating, right? It's going to be just take vanilla and expand that. Just don't. I think it's going to be we don't go through the dark portal. We don't have to deal with the Legion. We're doing stuff on Azeroth, Eastern Kingdoms, Kalimdor, maybe other things. Dragon Isles, right? What would the Dragon Isles look in a classic setting, right? Now they actually had plans for classic well, they had plans for Dragon Isles in classic, by the way. I mean, same thing with Emerald Dream, right? So what does that mean? What does it look like? I would love them to expand on it, honestly, and I'm looking forward to some more news here. Hopefully something leaks. I know when leaks happen, people get in trouble, but someone's got to take the bullet here. and we need to talk about it. Okay, whoever whoever leaks some stuff gets a nice crisp $5 bill from me. Okay, so again, I just want to speculate. What do you guys think? There's a lot of things. A lot of people are saying it's not going to happen. This is just a bunch of people coping. They have to honestly, if they release anything other than Classic Plus at BlizzCon, riots will ensue at this point. I think they will know that right at this point, hopefully, and hopefully they're not in the planning phase. We'll have to wait like 3 or 4 more years. Hopefully, this is. I mean, the earliest I see this launching is Q2 of 2027. I don't see this. I mean, that would be cool if they could shadow drop this. That's for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. What's your opinion about this, guys? And I'll see you guys in the next one.